Welcome back. You're watching Startup Daily live on Ausbiz 2 p.m. every Monday to Thursday. I'm Simon Thompson. Well, it's time to meet our next guest, and things are getting pretty interesting because we're going to be heading to the States as a group of climate tech companies from New South Wales are bound there for a trade mission organised by Climate Salad. It sounds pretty excited. We wanted to get a little bit more of the details. So to explore the possibilities for OzTech, one of the delegates, Stu Philpott, the CEO and founder of UPowr, joins me here in the studio. Stu, great to have you in. No dropouts this time, because I know the last time we were sort of dealing with the whole COVID Skype thing and the NBN let us down a little bit. Thrilled to have you in.
Thank you.
Mate, pretty exciting. There's a dozen of you going over. What's led you down this path?
Well, certainly the opportunities presented by the Inflation Act are very exciting for emerging climate tech companies. But really the opportunity came via Invest New South Wales. And Invest New South Wales have gone out to early stage companies in conjunction with the amazing team, Mick and Charlotte at Climate Salad. Mm-hmm. And they've pulled together a bunch of early stage companies that are really ready for commercialisation to go and explore the opportunities that the US market's presenting.
It's got a pretty cool group. I'm going to take a step back though. Yeah. Tell us the UPowr story.
Yeah, UPowr, quite simply, is a marketplace for distributed energy products and services. And what we do is we help large corporates offer those solutions to their customer or member base.
Okay, so what led you down that path? How did it all come together?
Okay, so prior to starting UPowr, myself and Dan Friedman, who's our CTO and co-founder, we worked at AGL Energy, and we saw the immense opportunity that companies like AGL presented, and we felt that they perhaps needed to find a better way to engage and connect with their customer base. And we felt that if we could build a platform that made it as easy as possible, created different allocations of value for both the installation network, the end consumer, as well as the large corporate, collectively we could really drive this clean energy revolution.
Now, I know that you were part of the AWS Startups program a little earlier this year. Yeah. There's a company that knows a little bit about being global. How big a global opportunity do you see for a company like UPowr?
Well, certainly, being part of the AWS Accelerator was, perhaps the best experience that the team at UPowr has had to date. In May, we went over to Lisbon and we got to pitch to, all the European utilities, companies like Total, Iberdrola, and we had an amazing time there and really understood, the size and the opportunity of the European market. And, the innovation techniques and, theory that Amazon shared with us was really second to none. So I think that, we look at this opportunity to move into the US in a similar way that we saw that opportunity to work with Amazon, and certainly Invest New South Wales and Climate Salad are really, supporting us in a very similar way, which is exciting.
In that time, we've also had a change of government. We're now getting slightly different signals to the market in terms of the way forward. But I am interested in your perspective as you've had that international experience. You're about to have another one in the US. Where do we sit in terms of Australia in the scheme of things? Is everyone else well out in front and this is the opportunity for local climate tech until we sort of basically catch up here in Australia?
I think Australia is really leading the way in different spaces, certainly in terms of EV adoption and metrics like that. We're obviously a laggard, but if you look at the innovation and the R&D and the passion that Australians have for renewable energy technologies, I really think that we can help shape a global future. Certainly within the Australian market, in the residential sector, which is where UPowr focuses on, you could say that Australia is really an early adopter of rooftop solar. We're pushing hard into residential battery storage as well. And there's a lot of opportunities that present, locally. I think we can really take those learnings and leverage that into markets like the US and really show them, at mass market how to create, things like residential virtual power plants and, create different types of products and services off the back of these renewable energy assets.
You've painted a great picture of the way forward here, but at the moment when I look at the way the news and the political cycle is working, there's a lot of people running around with their hands in the air going, and the look is at electricity prices. We've got power company CEOs saying, prices are going to go up another 35%.
Yeah.
What do you say to calm the farm? You're at the front line of this space. You
certainly
can see the way forward. The transition is underway. We're not there yet. What do you say?
Well, if we take back to why did we start UPowr? So we started to give consumers, a fair go and an easy way to transition to renewable energy solutions. So if we take a step back, we really want to see people take, their own destiny in their own hands. So helping drive the transition at the consumer level is going to be really important. If we can halve a customer's energy bills, via the use of renewable energy power, then that's an amazing outcome. So we really want to be consumer driven, and then we also want to help large corporates participate in a more effective way. And if we can get that mass momentum and that consumer confidence behind renewable energy solutions, ultimately the customer is going to be protected with a natural hedge, which are the assets are at their own home, which is really important for us. Creating the right products and services, the right financing offers around that is going to be a key part to this. And we certainly know that there's a lot of large corporates that are very interested in this space, and we're certainly partnering with them to make sure that that happens.
So aside becoming an overnight US success, what's next for UPowr?
Look, we want to continue to expand locally. We're looking to engage partners not only in the energy retail sector, but moving into the banks and financial institutions and the telco space as well. So there's some exciting channels that we really see immense opportunity for the company. And at the end of next year, I'd love to come back and say, Simon, hey, we've launched in the US, we've launched into Europe, and those markets have really received our product well. So.
And here's my EV Maserati as a result of the success.
If you want an EV Maserati, then I'm sure we could figure that out. Yeah, I don't have a car, so there we go.
Stu, great to have you on the show. All the best. We do want to check out, we're going to talk to a couple of the other companies later this week, but we'll love to hear your thoughts when you get back from the States and what you learned.
Amazing, appreciate it. Thanks, Simon.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers.